Hey everyone, it's just Kala here with another message for you. Nature is God. It's what we breathe, it's what we eat, from a butterbean bug on a city street to a starfish whale singing to the beat. Nature is God. God really isn't anything but love, and love really isn't anything but nature, and nature is God. But which God is it? Don't you mean which nature is which God? Or which nature God is the God of nature? Don't worry, it's only natural to know God is a part of you because he tells you that you are a part of God, only to find he tricked you into being your own God. So God could have a friend and explore what being a God is all about. Like being born in a family of gods, living among other God families, all of them together in one world of living gods. It's nature, and nature is God. So, it is our nature to be God, for it is our nature to do what's natural. Naturally, nurturing the nature that nurtures. So therefore, nature is God. Due to the fact that you are a God of nature, a nature God, with a singular perspective shared by nothing else in the entire universe, uniquely your own. That's right, you are an individual, whether you like it or not. I mean, existence is a miracle in itself, am I right? That would mean that I myself am a miracle of existence. I used to think that I was a sex god. And, you know, maybe some of you do think that you're a sex god. And maybe you are. I mean, who knows? But upon discovering that love is the true orgasmic source of what I like most about nature, I began to experiment with other sex gods in hopes of achieving a higher state of being. So I went out and I picked up a few things to help me on my journey. I got some vibrators to help me get over my shyness and any reservations I might have about pushing my limits, you know? So next, I got a big black dildo to excuse, well, my excuse was self-defense, like a Jasukava nightstick to use against the riot squad at a protest or something. But really, it was to get over my fear of black men. Well, sort of, anyway. Actually, I got a bunch of sex toys, leather cuffs, wrists and ankles, a collar, some nipple clamps and chains. Just the normal stuff, that anyone would get. Any sexy nature god might get, who thinks nature is God and wants to have sex with it. I mean, sort of. I mean, I can't be alone here, I mean, who wants to be? Anyway, I got out my pillow, shaved my body, and took a bath, and prepared myself as an offering to nature by wearing the collar, and I put in clamps and cuffs, not to mention a drop or two of patchouli oil, so I smell nice, But then after all that, I arranged myself on the pillow and began to meditate. Yeah, I started to meditate with the vibrators and the dildo. I'm not ashamed of it either. I've been meditating ever since I hit puberty, and still do, even in my adult years. In fact, I meditate, at least once a day. So, right when I was about to reach nirvana, something happened, and I realized it was December 21st, 2012. And I didn't even realize it. And all the planets were in line, completing the billion-year cycle. I was like, whoa, here I am. And I realized it, and for a moment, I felt like the whole universe was aware of me. I was kind of embarrassed, actually. I blushed, my whole body just blushed, and I temporarily passed out. Sort of. It was like as if nature said,
Don't be shy, Jesu. I'm a nature god too.
And the dildo somehow became a magic rocket that blasted me off into space, showering sparks like shooting stars. I played cards with a dragon, a UFO, and an omnipresent eye, eventually coming back to where I was. And I was like, what happened? But as it turns out, I had accidentally slipped through the void, inadvertently destroying evil once and for all. I know what you're thinking,
but Jesu, how can you know for sure that evil was destroyed?
Well, it was the damnedest thing. It hit that peak where I was, It's like nature, God, and myself were like one being. One sensual, blissful moment of our union with the universal love. And we tried to hold on to it for as long as we could, sharing it with all that is. When all of a sudden, some dark shadow force or something jumped out of nowhere in some overcomplicated, premeditated attempt to murder everything. Even me. And everything. And to be honest, I freaked out and I held on to God as hard as I could, squeezing nature tightly, which I think made nature gum a little bit, like a flat or something, I don't know. The last thing I saw was this ancient demon yelling, "Death to existence," and then destroyed himself with his own claws while explaining that he was the root of all evil in the universe, death and damnation itself. And that it sucked so bad being what he was that he was destroying everything in the universe, beginning with himself. It was like, oh my God. Then he simply collapsed into like a black hole, sucking all the evil away forever. And it was gone. I thought to myself, that guy is a god. And then I had my cum, and I passed out, waking up a moment later on my pillow, feeling spent yet refreshed. Overall, I felt that this billion-year cycle was the best one yet. To think we came all this way just to be born. And what a time to be born in. Oh, man. I tell you, to be honest, once I tell my part of the story, I'm thinking of being born again, and again, and again, and again, etc., etc. It's a running gag. And who knows? Maybe after so many times, I'll be able to really live a life without any hassles, doing battle with my nightstick. To the future, my friends. All right.